Is it playing? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I can't hear you. Now?
No.
Wah,
It,
wah.
it
I
always
still hear you
happens.
every time.
I don't know that it's every
Oh,
time.
I
We
know
had
why.
it for a minute.
Oh, see, he figured it out.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There we go. I
there
got
it is.
headphones through my mic, and it's just like, never does work.
Well,
Let me guess, it happened again.
No.
No.
I hear you just fine. What? Wait.
You know,
quit moving stuff.
see, when we get like,
There
hit
you
the big time, then we'll have like the fancy mics and,
Oh,
headphones,
like the kind of
fancy
like
mics.
boom.
like
I
the
know.
boom ones, and yeah. We'll all be sitting in a
What is
room
stuff?
somewhere.
Oh well. What is
Well,
how you guys doing today?
oh, it's Monday, I think.
See, it happened again. This is
I was
bullshit.
wondering if he could hear us, and I was like, I don't think he can hear us.
I
think he still did.
No, I didn't get it. There we go. I gotta quit hitting my mic's cord is like loose. I don't know what's going on. I gotta fix it or whatever. So, what's up, everybody? I love how this guerrilla war, like guerrilla style.
Yeah.
So,
Gotta get some duct tape for
Well,
those headphones.
Yep.
super glue, whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Episode 18, Dance with the Dead. This is my pick. Thank you for guys listening to it. I hope you enjoyed it. You know, the present I gave you. Can't say I didn't give you nothing. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Nudge,
I mean, we
nudge.
can
Even
say
John-
it. It
We
won't
can
be
say
entirely
it.
true.
John. Yeah. You can say it, yeah. That's
We
true.
can say whatever we want.
I can say whatever I want. Like, yeah, you never
Say
gave
whatever
me
I want.
shit.
I didn't give you nothing. I didn't get no shirt. What the? No, I'm sorry. Well, like Shannon, we were talking off. Support of the band is pretty cool because I do listen to them on Apple, but like you don't. They sell it through their own band merch. They have no record deal. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool. This band to me is definitely a DIY type of band. And it's pretty cool. I like that. So, first thing, 2 plugs. Shameless, my brother's site for the lores. I know it's in October soon enough, but hey, go on there. You might have something new. I don't know if he has anything. So, shameless plug. Ta-da. Second, I do dedicate this show to my mom. Today is her birthday. So, she is 65 years old. So,
Happy birthday.
Mom.
yeah. Yes, mother. Happy birthday. I say Maja, not Maja. 65. So that's pretty cool. I'm 41, 65. You do the math. So,
There you go.
we'll get into it. Who wants to go first?
Well, it's your pick, so I think that means you go first.
Yeah, that's usually how.
I'm pretty
I
sure
didn't
that's
want to
the
do.
rule.
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it. But I didn't want to do that. Now, what's really cool for we pick whatever album, this band, I don't know if you guys understand the term DMCA. Does that term mean anything to you two?
Nope.
Not even a little bit.
What is really cool about this band? So everything's copyrighted, right? Copyright. They allow anybody on YouTube to use their music in the background without paying them.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
They actually will allow it. As long as you give them credit, they'll allow you to use their music. And there's other people out there. They were the first band. So Shannon, whenever you came to my streams playing,
Mhm. That
You're
you were playing them in the background.
you're playing them.
Yeah.
So being with that is another cool thing. It's, with this band, which the first album I'm picking is The Signal. So being with me, like I've been listening to this band for quite a while. Just like you guys probably listen to your Coheed and Corporate Con, Cobra Kai, whatever.
One day you'll be able to say Corporate Connie.
Yeah, one
One
day.
day.
you'll get it.
You
Corporate
don't
Con.
pay me enough to play that. It's just insanely.
I'll tell. Look, I will pay you double.
Corporate Con.
All right, there you
What's
go.
that? Is
Corporate
that
Connie.
penny? So 2 turns into 4, 4 turns into 8.
But zero's still zero there, Big A.
We'll double it,
Ah, well
and then
played.
we'll cut it in half.
Double it and cut it in half. I like it.
I think you guys worked on that behind my back. All right, I'll take the first one. All right, send the signal. So that's the second one in the group of coming out. So spoiler alert, I really enjoy every album. I really do. It's something about it that captures me. But I can tell in the music, every band has a shift. And this is kind of the start. This is their second album. I gave it a 7.5. In the music, I like how they're mixing the going from the first album to the second one. You're seeing the guitar coming in more. You're seeing the heaviness coming in more, but the guitar solos are a little bit less in the usage of it. I like it. I feel like a lot of times their older stuff is watching an 80s horror movie to me, like a John Carpenter movie. They definitely have the soundtracks for a lot of that stuff. And if you look at like the titles, a lot of them are coming from movies. You know what I mean? Horror movies in general. So like, Not of This Earth, Spacewalk, Signals.
They're here.
They're here. And tell me that when you listen to They're Here, that is not Stranger Things. The intro to Stranger Things, that song sounds like it was like for that show before the show happened. It's very eerie. I had a friend say that. I was like, "Hey, listen," she loved it. She's like, "Yeah, that's really close." I'm like, "Well, that came first." She was like, "Huh, that's interesting." So I kind of pieced it together. But yeah, I gave it 7.5. Favorite song, Night Drive. Man, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Man, it's a good one. So 7.5. What you got, John?
I gave it a 6.5 just because I was trying to figure this one out. This was one I listened to the album like literally 3 times because I kept trying to like listen to it all at once, and then I told Shannon, I was like, I kept stopping on the same song. It was just where I happened to be driving at the time, and I stopped, and I was like, son of a
He
bitch.
started that story though, and he's like, I've tried to listen to this back 3 times, and I'm like, what? What's going on? I keep stopping on the same song, and I'm like, no, what? What song is it? Is it one you don't like? And he's like, oh no, this is how it worked out.
I kept stopping at Signals. I don't know why. That's
right
the way
in the middle.
it was.
You're like,
Yeah, it was right in the middle. I don't know. And I guess because I clearly did not listen to these in order because I have this as the 4th album. So.
Oh, gotcha.
I also have this as the 4th.
For some reason, I have Poison written down as I liked that song. But
I also liked Poison. That was the one that had that kind of like tinny radio at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
They did reprise that song a couple years later. They did a EP of just one song with that song. So they did redo that song before as one of the EPs, which sounds heavier. It's like a heavier song. That's a good song too. Yeah, I hear you. That's good.
I mean, again, I have like that is the only note I had on this was Poison, and a lot of this was I was trying to go back because I had like, oh, I've listened to like 5 albums. I have 0 notes. I need to go back and write this down. And so
Yeah,
that was
well-
like I was like skimming through, and I was like, "Oh, hey, that was cool. I remember that one. That makes me think of this thing that time." And so we'll
Well, I
two.
think you're right. It could have been the fourth album because on my phone, Abyss, Dark, and Signals, it's all 2014. Like they
Yeah.
all
Mm.
came out. So it's like in the era. So yeah. I mean, whatever.
Whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, 6.5, 7.5. Shannon.
I gave it 6.
Okay.
So I did redo my scaling to match up with our tiers.
Okay. So 6, 6.5, 7.5 sounds like it's a lawnmower to me. It's a lawnmower.
It's your album. You
I
put it
do-
where you want.
You put it where you want, dude.
no, it's a collective effort. It is all of us together.
In the
I
end, when we say you're wrong,
take our
this goes
numbers and I
here.
tried to put them together. Okay, what's the average? 6.5, right? So,
Like
being with that, I
6.75.
mean, I'm not gonna just. I didn't do nothing for you guys for Coheed and whatever. I took the numbers and I kind of did that. I do feel like a lot of times that this album is kind of what's in the background. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's whatever. What? There we go. Jesus Christ. Mark, you're a freaking idiot. So yeah, it's a lawnmower. It is. For me, it's a lawnmower. It's a driving around
Mhm.
type of song. It's not like, oh, except night that one song, I do have it on a favorite. Other than that, it's not, hey, I want to listen to this album on dance. So
Yep.
yeah, I'm happy. Shit. It's not a dumpster fire. That's the point.
Yeah.
When it's a dumpster, it's
Is that the only
man,
goal
I should have
now?
brought this one to the club. And you blame me. You're like, you freaking idiot,
What the hell are we listening to?
Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. Why not? We'll get crazy today.
Shannon does.
What?
You want to go next?
No, JM called it. Got the rule of dibs.
Jesus Christ. Shit on a stick.
Uh-oh. Did you lose that
Oh.
audio? You can't hear us
No.
now?
Was it?
No, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
The Shape.
It was
Oh,
1872. Sir Walter Dibbs,
Yeah.
Inventor of the
inventor
dib.
of the dib.
I don't have time for a fake history lesson.
You are spitting on
Oh,
history.
I am incorrect. There's a Storm Coming is the one that sounds like Stranger Things. I'm sorry. That's the song that sounds like Stranger Things, like the opening to it.
Mm.
That one. That's the song. My bad.
What are we doing? The
All right.
shape?
The Shape. That's right.
Oh, let me see what I got for the shape here. There's a yeah.
You-
That did have a Stranger Things vibe to me.
It did.
Eyes of Madness. That one sounded like John Carpenter is doing a rave. Like I could just see it with like glow sticks and whatever, but it was
It is funny you say that. I've heard that term before. I've heard they are horror electronic music or like, killer, electronics or whatever. I've heard a lot of terms. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
yeah. I actually really like this one. I think there was like a good balance of like heaviness and songs like Adrift that I drifted off to Napland when I was listening to it. I thought it was
Fair enough.
Horizon. I think it was because I woke up when Horizon was playing. So, that
Oh,
little section.
that's
right
my
there.
jam. That's my jam. Rod and Horizon are like awesome.
But I think, was it Screams and Whispers? Is that the one? And it kind of has like a Dream Theater feel.
Funny
Like
you say that. Funny you say that. Because a lot of, when I'm listening to, well, what's your rating? Sorry, you finished. Sorry.
I gave it a 7.5. I gave it a
Okay.
7.5. It was I really dug it. Like I said, I think again because you know me, I love the heavy, and this was more of a on the heavier side with like guitar tone and
Oh, yeah.
tuning, whatever. So, but
Yeah,
like I
you
said,
definitely got that brash.
I thought it was like well balanced.
Hmm. Shannon.
Yeah, I gave them a 6.5 for this album.
Okay. That's it. No, nothing else.
No,
No, I like that they're bringing in the thrashy guitars. They have like
Yeah.
they're bringing in a little bit more heavy, which is starting to I think separate them from other kind of like synth wave instrumental only bands in the same category. So I like the progression they're making.
I can piggyback on that. That is a huge. I guess you'll see a trend with every album. It's like, okay, it's starting to, okay, more guitar, more heavy, more heavy. Wow, this is starting to be. This is a good blend. I gave it a 7.5 too. I do notice every time an album comes out, I get more into it. I'm getting more into the songs. Um, but to also piggyback what John said, a lot of their albums, you kind of get the Petrucci guitar where it's making you feel an emotion. I
Mhm.
do get that a lot with their music. And I think that's what attracted me first is like, I'm a huge 80s nerd with horror, and soundtracks were very huge for me where it makes you watch a movie, no music, no sound effects, it's just a dull movie. But when you hear your Trent Reznor starting to be a huge soundtrack person, your John Carpenter, blah blah blah, Harry Manfredini, whatever. I can go on. I feel like
we have time.
when you start getting, it's only 8 hours. It's very quick. I feel like this album was a turning point where you're right, Shannon. This is like, okay, we're starting to go our way. Very, very much. I gave it a 7.5 too. So I'm guessing Lawnmower also? Yeah?
I
Where would you put it, John?
I put it in the yeah section for sure.
Look at you.
Yeah.
I do notice I do come back to the album a little bit. That goes in my third favorite. It kind of flip flops to third sometimes for me. I do notice like with Rod and Horizon, Horizon's like my top three from them. It's such a good album. I mean, good song.
Horizon.
For me.
Oh, I was
Yeah,
about to say, hold on, I did not listen to that album. Wait a second.
What is it? I didn't find that one.
Yeah. So sorry. That's that.
No,
That,
Horizon,
that song's
like Horizon Diabolic's pretty good too, but
yeah. They have that mixture that they kind of figured it out. I think with this album, they're like, all right, we got a formula now. Let's go.
let's go.
So let's go. Let's go. Shannon, the next one is yours. I think my guess is you're going to get Driven to Madness, maybe? No, you might get
Into the Abyss.
The Abyss. Let's see. Yep. The Abyss. It's one of the 2, 3, 4. I don't know which ones came first, but whatever. It's another
Yeah,
one.
well,
It's
because this one was an EP, I guess technically, right?
Technically, it was the
You know, Apple has it. Well, Apple has it as an album, not an EP.
Yeah.
They put it underneath an
Spotify
album. I'm like,
Spotify has it as an
Instead of an
album
EP.
too. So instead of an EP,
yeah,
so whatever.
it's weird.
Wiki.
Whatever. You know,
Well, anyway.
well, Wiki, you suck it.
Hold
Whoa,
on
hey,
now.
That's right.
Hold
You
the
hear me, Wiki?
phone.
Who is Wiki? They're probably Swedish. Doo-doo-doo.
I don't think so.
no, they're probably from like San Francisco or something.
Poland. They're freaking Poland. That's probably what it is. Those Polish people.
Damn it.
Sounds about right.
Anyway,
Sounds right. Into the
into the
abyss.
abyss.
Into the abyss. So
Jordan.
I liked the bookend songs,
The intro, like the
the
descent.
intro, and No
and-
Survivors. Very, very much. Like the intro, I'm with it. I'm like, okay, we are descending underwater. Then they kind of lost me a little bit in the album. And then they brought up No Survivors, and that hit me right in the feels.
Yep.
Like I was like, oh, we all died underwater. That is what just happened. There are no survivors. Those two for me, what I really wanted is that the whole album kept that energy and that theme. I felt like it
Right.
got lost in the middle. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you give? 5.5?
Six. No, I give it a 6.
You give it 6? Okay.
I think if they kept that theme, this like if they kept that idea going, easy 9 out of 10. But
I gave it like 6.5. That one song that it pulls on the heartstrings. You can definitely, it's that emotional thing to it. It is definitely a soundtrack for a movie. That whole
Mhm.
album felt like it could have been something with water, like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea or something. But also,
Or-
it's like,
The abyss.
right? Wah.
Way to go, Captain Obvious.
What? Yeah, I think also too when this is I can almost say I felt like it was their second album after Out of Body or their third one, because you could tell the progression with the guitars. There was barely any in this album, and both of them are guitar players. There's 2 in the band. There's 3 now. A drummer. They incorporated a drummer, but at the time it was just 2 guys, and they had pre-recorded stuff, and they had their synthesizer, and both of them played keyboards. So guitars, and it's like, this sounded like you guys didn't want to put it in there, and that's why I kind of gave it a 6.5. Not that one song really nothing redeeming.
Yeah, I gave it a 6. It was like, like No Survivors was like, it got me, I said it's very somber, and yes, we're all dead underwater.
Nobody
we all
I-
died underwater. That happened.
I also put that it was more, I said it was more of the same. So,
Yeah.
of the previous album. So, but we'll get into that.
It's
We'll get into that
later.
later.
I guess it's a
At the bottom of the lawnmower. I put it in the lawnmower.
You think it's
Absolutely.
really?
So my new rating system, 5s and 6s are lawnmowers. Because for me, that's average.
Oh,
It's put it on in the background. You listen to
Yeah.
it. It's all good.
yeah. That's kind of how I go with. I could have went with, because it's just
Yeah.
one song. Everything else was kind of there. But it's funny is when you listen to old stuff, it all can go together, like in random, and it's just in the background, driving
Wow.
somewhere.
While I was
Cutting
cutting the grass, I just
Cutting the
happened to listen to this album.
What
and
are
just
you going
saying.
to do? Winter's coming, JM.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I probably will have to like, you know, take the cat for a walk or something. I don't know. I'll be that guy that has the cat on the leash.
Hold
That was a
the
little.
phone.
No, I'm not
You
going
take
to
the
do
cat.
that. No,
I would pay to see that.
no, that cat. He's a dick, but I mean, he's really
He's a
not.
dick.
No, he's
Huh?
cool.
Cat. That's like
He's
the
a cat.
definition of a cat.
No, no, he's a dick in the fact that he's like the neediest fucking cat I've ever seen in my life. He is
What's-
so desperate. No,
What's
he
the
is
name of your
so.
cat?
It's not my cat, but
Whose cat?
because so just
Oh, he's a
for
dick.
ease, just for ease of instead of like making long words, we will say it is my stepdaughter's cat.
Oh,
She
he's a
named
dick.
she named him she named him Theo Bond. Yes, that Theo Bond. Why?
Does she
I
have
don't
another
know.
cat named Bobby Lee?
I don't know, but Bobby Lee's he's actually funnier than Theo Bond, but we're not going to get into that right now.
He is. Yeah,
No,
we're not.
he
We're gonna
no,
get into.
seriously, that cat is so hopeless and desperate for love. Like he is under your feet all the time. I'm like, why aren't you like other cats where you just hate people and like hide in the corner?
Need me, love me, pet me, love me, pet me, love me.
Yep, all the time,
Then pet
all
me again.
all the fucking time. And I want to kick him in the face sometimes. But anyway,
Put your comments, dog or cats. Are you a dog person or cat person? We'll discuss
send all the hate emails to me. That's right.
that.
Right here. This guy.
This guy. Not that one. Not her.
Right
Him.
here. This one. This
one.
this one right here.
This guy.
Send it here.
All right.
What do we got? Sorry.
Driven to madness.
Driven to madness.
I got it. Did you recognize the person in the intro?
I did, and I was like, wow, that is fantastic.
That is Mr. John Carpenter himself.
Oh.
So they got him to come in. So his son is John Carpenter's son is an artist. Side note, if you ever want to listen to instrumentals, his son does piano with other Vinnie Colaiuta, you know, the drummer.
Yeah.
Does that name seem familiar? He does some piano work, and it's amazing. It's very beautiful. It's really great. But they know each other, and he was able to get his dad to do that for him. And he recorded it and sent it to him, like, for free. I'm like, get the fuck out. That's so cool.
That's awesome.
It is.
That's awesome.
Needless to say, this is my favorite album. I did give this an 8.5. I feel like there was a lot more tracks on here that really kept my attention, but like Nebula, it's an okay song. Firebird's okay too, and Kiss of the Creature. Worm of Doom is like my all-time favorite song from them. That was so freaking heavy.
It was. I said that could be like a Disturbed song. It has that Disturbed kind of vibe to me.
I think this is their latest full album that came out in 2022. This is the album I started with. And I was like, wow. And it blew my mind. I was like, this is really great because I like instrumentals, and I like horror. So it was kind of the perfect blend. I was like, oh, cool. I saw the cover. I was like, oh, this is awesome. You know, first and foremost, when I saw this cover, I was like, oh, yeah, this is awesome. But when I really got into the music, and I was like, this is really good. And you could tell the transition from the start of their career to this one. This is full I hope they keep this and they keep going with whatever this is. I dig it. I can re-listen to 80% of this album with no problem. None. I did today, to be
Yep.
honest.
I
I
listened to
love
it today myself. So
I gave it 8.5. That's what I gave it.
I gave it an 8. I said I feel like I kind of I said that there's, and I don't know if it's just me because I watch all these Netflix, like I love like the Japanese like gangster Netflix shows with all the like
Okay. I never
not,
would
not
have
all of
expected
them,
you.
not all of
Okay.
them, but you know what I mean.
Okay,
Like
sure.
there's just
I,
I love those.
I'll be honest. I do not know what you mean. I have no idea what you mean. What do you
So
watch?
I love those, like I just love martial arts stuff.
Okay.
So
All right. Now. Okay.
there was a show.
I don't know about the.
So there was a show that I just watched on Netflix not too long ago. Well, stop it. Stop it.
Somewhere.
We were listening to Eternity. Eternity came up. But, no, there was a show called The Brothers' Sun, spelled
Okay.
S-U-N. And
Huh.
yeah, it was like I just said, this has kind of like, I don't know, I guess maybe these guys are Oriental or something. I don't know. There seems like there's a little bit of an Oriental kind of tinge
Well,
in there.
one person is. One guitar. One of the members is. He's
So I
Japanese.
feel like
Japanese.
I say I feel like there's like
Look
it
at
would
you.
fit.
That's crazy. I never put
Like
that
it would,
together. I never.
it would fit into these like Japanese like gangster shows. And it's actually a really cool show. There's like 8 episodes or whatever. It's really cool. And obviously the heaviness, and then with the drummer coming in with this, they're kind of found their lane and they're sticking to what they're doing, and with the progression, hopefully they go further with it.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got for it. So, but I did like it. I did like it. It's one of the,
Okay.
All right. It was one of the ones that I was like, I can definitely listen to this one again for sure.
Sure. Yeah.
Shannon?
Yeah, I also gave this an 8.5.
Hey.
I think they found their balance of the heavy stuff, the rock, little bit more like kind of ambient, softer stuff. I need a better word than stuff. And then like the spooky stuff. So it's a really, really nice blend of all the things, and this is an album where start to finish, like I can see the movie playing in my head.
They have a good way of doing that. Their albums, it's like you're either seeing episode, like per episode, okay, this song is this episode, or the whole album's like this is a whole movie type of feel to it. I think also too, when you get the drummer now in the band, funny thing is, side note, his birthday is my birthday, and his name's Mark too. And I'm like, this is so fucking weird.
What are the odds?
He's way younger. But I want to say, when you got real drums in, I feel like this album's like really encased with it. It just makes it sound so much better to me. So I'm gonna
Then the programming
shredding. It is definitely shredding for me, no matter what. I feel like this is their best to date from them. There is a close second, and I'll get to that when it pops up. There is a close second. It was kind of hard to flip flop, and I almost gave it a 9, but I noticed it was like Nebula and like Kiss of the Creature. I'm like, it kind of brought it down from a 9 for me.
Yeah, but ending with a new fear though. Just the way it just stops at the
That
end.
is my second favorite. Yeah, that's my second favorite song. Or
Yes.
start the thawing. That's the thing. You know, the thawing is the thing. You know. Oh, Near Dark.
Near Dark.
I know. What a good vampire movie. You ever seen it?
Mm.
The vampire
No.
movie, Near Dark. Has Bill Paxton in it. Is like it's really good. It's
Oh,
It's a
should-
group of them. They're vampires, and they dress like bikers, and like they go city city, and they eat people, whatever. That it's a movie like back in the 80s. It's a good horror movie, per se.
Cool.
See, there you go.
There you go. See,
There you go. So,
is this mine?
John,
Indeed.
yes, it is.
Okay.
Indeed, brother.
All right. So,
Indeed.
what did I say? So this again, I was kind of like a lot of these earlier albums kind of blended together for me. So I was like skimming. I was skimming earlier today because I had that kind of time, believe it or not. And
Yeah.
I have a job, okay.
What? Okay. Yeah, I'm
No,
with
I
you. I
don't.
got you.
No, I said the guitar solos were a little bit more prominent on this album. That I noticed. And again, you get into like there's like a certain section where you can find things. Like for me, the where it's near dark, the pitch, and especially what is that graveyard? What is it, graveyard
Shift.
shift?
Yeah.
All
The
sounds
movie.
like
Yeah.
those all sound like all those songs sound like they could be in your like 90s video games. I had a very
Very
like
much. Yeah.
especially with Graveyard Shift, I had a very like Killer Instinct sounded.
Oh man,
Like-
that's good for callback. Shit.
You know, I was
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
because that just like like when you're selecting your character at the character select screen, that just that little riff that's in the background is just reminded me of that.
That's so cool. Yeah.
And, like it could be any character, like those that could be any character level through there. You know what I mean? It's just it was cool.
What did you give it?
I give it a 7.
Okay, cool. Shannon.
I give it a 6. It
Okay.
was good. I think overall it was a really, really safe album. They didn't bring anything particularly new or interesting into it. I think they could have stand to give more punch to this album. Like I don't know, like it felt like it needed something. But I did love Invader and Andromeda. Those were my 2 favorite songs.
So I gave it a 7-ish. I would say 7.5. I give it a 7. I think to say about the guitars too, they're slowly. You see the progression. The guitars are coming more prominent. They're starting to push a little bit more, which I think they bring a nice style where they can rip on a solo, but man, their rhythm sections are really be more of a James Hetfield than a Kurt Hammond. You know what I mean? It's like that rhythm it's great. And also too, it's like the music is opening up more. It's becoming more dynamic, more soundscape type of ways with what they do. With the guitar part, you see the music kind of shift too. You're seeing the heaviness starting to show up. You're seeing the openness of it. And Midnight Never Ends. That's a killer song, man. I love that song. That's great. I feel like this is the trend that you're seeing coming in. This is kind of where I really start enjoying the music a lot more from this album to the latest one. So in that span, this is where I can really see myself maybe listening to the album and be like, okay, I really enjoy it. On the lawnmower. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I guess it's
I'd say it's a
lawnmower?
I'd say it's a high lawnmower for sure.
Okay, all right. Shannon, do you agree with that? You think it's better than the shape? And oh, sorry, on the signal
Um,
abyss. Did you like this one better than those two? In
I
between.
did.
yeah, because I wrote two songs that I liked on that one.
That's starting to see. That's your
Well, but
other
like,
level.
those are but again like stand out. Like those are songs that I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I really like that. I have to
Yeah.
like make a note of that. So
Well, it's funny when you guys tell me your songs on Apple, it shows dots of, I guess, their singles or their favorite songs. Those are the two that are dotted: Invader and Andromeda. Those are dotted like, hey, these are singles or music videos or something behind them. I don't know what determines that, but I noticed some of the ones that had music videos, they'll have a dot, or they release a single, there's a dot there. Those two were dotted. I was like, oh, okay, so not only you like them, I think other people really liked them too. Coming through. Yeah, all right, I'm cool with that. I did like it better than the Abyss and the Signal. I agree on that absolutely.
well, again,
All right,
I think Into the Abyss just shot themselves in the foot because the first and the last song are just so like the intro and then the last song just put you in that space, and then they're like, but we're kind of not going to be there anymore.
Sure. Yeah. It's kind of like, okay, we'll start the story. The story will go in different ways and we'll end the story. It's kind of like Amazing Tales or like a Tales from the Crypt or, something like that. They're telling different stories with their songs. I kind of look at it like that too. Oh, Shannon, you get the very first one. The very first one.
Out of body.
Out of Body. That's right.
Yeah, I very much felt the 80s montage vibes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Roadies, like I can see that entire 80s montage of them creating this robot beast. Like I can yeah, I can see that in my head.
And then like fighting with Voltron, you know.
The riff,
Should have worn my Voltron shirt. I don't know.
the
Yeah,
guitar
that
riff
would've been
in
awesome.
Cobra
Yes.
is dope.
Cobra's a banger. Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
But I did feel like the songs, just like with Near Dark, it felt like they were being really, really safe. They kind of played the same idea and not in a bread and butter way. In like keeping themselves in a box way.
Being a debut album, I feel like a lot of times you have your whole life to write your first album, right?
Yep.
That's when you throw all this kitchen sink and everything into one idea. I mean, they had what, 17, 15 songs. That's the highest song total in one of their albums, and coming through whatever. Yeah. What did you give it?
I give it a 6 out of 10.
6. Okay. I gave it a 6.5. You're right. The movie soundtrack, it's just like it had its own. That's why I loved it. It drew me to it. It's like, man, the music, the synth, the evilness behind it. So it can just be so evil, and I'm a nice person, I swear.
Yeah.
I'm not an evil person, I promise.
I just want that to be the
Right.
soundtrack of my life.
I had it.
Blood.
It was like the first thing that I said was, "What in the '80s have you made me listen to?"
You
Because
have
it's
to
like,
admit. Like, what?
no, yeah, it was. I was like, "Holy shit, dude! Like this is like pick your '80s anything, TV show, uh, movie, horror movie. It will fit any genre: sci-fi, horror, action, adventure. You can even throw buddy comedy in there if you want to."
I did double check the year that this album came out on the first one. I did double check. I was like,
I
oh,
don't.
shit,
That was like, wait, this came out 2013. What?
what are we
Yeah.
checking? Just checking. I'm here for it.
I did really like Thrasher. I feel like if I was an that would be my like
no.
theme song. That would be my music. Oh, did I go
So
there? My
Thrasher.
internet again? Yeah. I enjoyed
Yeah, a little bit. I
Thrasher.
can hear. That is one of their live songs they played live a lot. So there is a. There you are.
Oh,
They,
did I come back?
I do.
Oh, hey, it says
Yeah.
I'm on air. What's
Because I have my screen over here and I see the live feed. I'm like, well, yours is black. I can see you here, but it needs to transfer over to here. So it's like I'm watching two screens.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like CIA type shit.
There it is.
So
I don't know
I did. Well, you don't know won't hurt you, right?
That's right.
Sure.
I did watch. When I get into a band, I do watch their live performance, and I did catch them in 2018. There was a live show they did, filmed on YouTube. Really good. Whatever, everybody check it out. It's really good. I think it's Art something, ARTE something concert. They played, I think, from volume one back, and Thrasher was like, I think the opening song of the show, like that was a big song. Everybody loved it. Like you could tell, it is a great song. It's really good.
Yeah, they're
But what did you
touring
give
right
it,
now.
John?
I give it
Yeah,
6.5.
they are. Yeah, yeah. I gave it. I gave it 6.5 also. Um, it's you know, to kind of go what Shannon said about being safe. I felt like the guitar parts were very safe. Like they pick and choose.
Yeah.
Hey, we're not going to put a guitar in here. We're just going to do it here, and not like, hey, let's try every song. Let's see what we got. And that's where the later in a career, they're like, why don't we just do it in every song? It sounds great, you
That's
know.
awesome. Dude.
Mhm.
Yeah. Where would you put this one, Shannon? You're not going to hurt my feelings. Please put it. You're not
No.
going to.
I mean, it's definitely gonna go in lawn. Excuse me, in lawnmower.
Really?
Yeah.
I would put it That's just me. It's But if you want to say lawnmower,
I would put it.
whoops. There
You could probably flip a coin on above or below into the abyss.
I think it's better than the Abyss. I think it has
No.
more priority to it. What do you think, John?
Yeah, it does have a little more, very little more variety, but
Well, but
Is
the
the-
abyss
is
has like
the,
8 songs and that's it.
it's like the remix
It's kind of hard to have
version.
variety.
Now, is the remix of this like better? I
The
guess, remastered one, or is it
I'll be honest.
basically the same?
It felt like the same. It just added a little bit more muscle to it. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah,
You're talking remastered from like, you know,
2013.
8-9
so
years.
Yeah,
It's not much of a remaster. It's not
Yeah,
20 years.
yeah.
I didn't
Okay, I mean,
understand.
I
was
don't know.
like,
It's
all right,
just,
whatever. I'll do
uh,
the remaster, whatever. I kind of, and
whatever.
I did listen to the original. I really didn't hear
Like a difference.
much. It's a little bit more, I guess, clear. Let's just put it like, I guess they
Yeah.
took it and put it through better technology and probably made it sound more production, bigger production. Let's just put it like that.
No,
Which
right,
that
I'll allow it.
could change the texture of the song and make it, maybe it gained a 0.5. I don't know. Fucking sounds the same to me. Fuck it.
Yeah, whatever.
Ah, volume one.
Wrong, me one.
This is the one that was hard to pick between first and second for me.
Yep.
It was really hard for me. I'll be honest with you. After Near Dark, I not wrote no notes, no nothing for these albums after. I've listened to these so fucking much. Like I didn't need to. When it got to this was like another favorite album. I gave it easily an 8, almost 8.5. I think it kind of goes on a little bit too much. Like there could have been some songs cut from it, but
Yeah.
this is the one where, okay, I know the direction. This is the direction. They stayed the course and they did so much better with it. Like the drumming in it, you finally
Mhm.
got a sense of drumming with, Get Out.
Get out. Oh, I
Banshee.
love that. Like, just they punch you in the face with that as soon as you hit play, and then
Right?
those
Boom,
drums
you're
come
like,
up. I'm like, whoa! Yeah, it
so
was.
like
Yeah.
this to me is their classic monster movie album where you got That House for a Ghost Story, The Man Who Made the Monster,
Mhm.
Tales from the Boneyard, Blood
I
Moon,
like that.
Venom, Skeletons. They come out at night. This is all, and I have Get Out, Banshee, and Venom are the ones I've downloaded years ago that are my favorite. And this is where, if you didn't listen to Driven to Madness, this would definitely probably be your favorite. You're like, I really hope they stay the course. Kind of
Yep.
did. I felt like they kind of stayed the course with Driven to Madness. So I gave it an 8. I loved it. I think it's great.
Yep. I gave it an 8, and it was basically everything that you just said for that. Like, there probably could have been some songs that could have
Yeah.
been cut.
Like
But
Snap and Entity. I'm like, those are like throwaways, but whatever.
yeah,
Oh, it's 15.
but yeah, I mean,
Oh, shit. Never mind.
yeah, I mean, 15 songs is, I mean, it's what, an hour and 5 minutes it says or whatever. But I mean, yeah, it was. This was like, like you said, this was probably when I heard this, I was like, this is easily my favorite before having
Up to
heard
that
Driven to
point.
Madness. Up to that point,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's really good. I love the covers. The covers, side note,
The covers are awesome.
really good too.
Yeah,
They are really awesome.
whoever their cover guy is,
Yeah, there are.
kudos
Mhm.
to them.
Yeah.
Kudos to the artist, because
Good job.
those are freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rhythm guitars in this were on point. On point. I also gave it an 8.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Can we dare say this isn't shredding too?
If
Low
we
or
don't,
high,
I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Yeah.
if we don't, if it's not in shredding, then I don't know what we're doing here.
What a. All right, I'll leave this for a closing thought. Last one. Who wants it? I give it to you two. All right, I'm thinking of number 1 through 10. John, go.
6.
3.
Shannon? It was 7. John, you go.
Damn it. Actually, 7 was my first thought too. Why do I do that?
777. Love to Death.
I have 0 notes about this.
Okay. Hang on. Are you telling me I gave you this album and you don't remember anything about this album?
It wouldn't have mattered if you gave it to me because my only note is nothing new.
That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
It seemed like it went back a little bit to the earlier sound to me, if I can remember that correctly.
I don't think it went back to the earlier sound. I said nothing new because to me, this album and B-sides, if you were to throw a song at me, I couldn't tell you which album it came from. I think they were just very, very close.
So this is the album. Actually, let me take that back. This is the album that concert I was telling you about. This is what they toured on. So actually, Go was the first song they play to start the concert. So that's that. Into Shadows, Red Moon, and I think Creep were part of that show. If I remember correctly, it's been a while since I've seen it. I remember a lot of those songs being with it, but also too featuring people. Does the name Nick Hippa sound familiar to you, John?
No.
He was the guitarist that was in the band where the lead singer tried to kill his wife. But he got a hitman. Remember that one? That guy, Tim Labius.
Oh, from oh fuck, what was that band?
See, I don't remember the band. I know he's from that band.
Tim Lambesis or something.
Yeah.
That wasn't Under Oath, was it?
No.
God damn it. Hang on, make me look it up too. We're on a wavelength today, sir.
Nick Hippa from As I Lay
Dying.
So he's one of the first feature guitarists to come in to play a couple tracks. So this is their
Also,
Tim
Lambesis is from As I Lay Dying. So there you go.
That's the vocalist. That's the one I was telling you about.
Yeah.
He's the one that tried to get his wife killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking idiot. Yeah. Bad story. You should check it out. He's out of jail too.
He's a
motherfucker. But this album, I really truly believe this is the one where people started to notice them. I gave this album like a 7.5. I feel like I can come back to this album a lot of times and listen to it. I do skip a little bit. It kind of goes from a 7 to 7.5 for me, because this album, I feel like after Near Dark, this is the heaviness. We're going the heavy route. Okay, more heavy guitars. It's starting to get to Volume 1, then Driven. This is that step after. In Becoming Wrath, man, that's a killer song. Go. When it gets into Go, you're like, oh man, that's really energy filled starting song for me. I'll give it a 7. That's my final offer. 7. Final offer.
I gave it an 8.
You what? 6?
I gave it an 8.
I gave it a 7.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess this is a yeah. Is this a yeah from us?
For me,
I,
yeah.
I feel like it's a yeah. Like I said, I will probably have to go back and listen to it again and go, oh yeah, yep, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
It is a really good album. It's very good. Not extremely out of the box, but they have their heavy
moments.
They have their moments. They do kind of open up more of a sound, more of a sample type of thing. Do we think it's better than the shape, or the shape is better?
I think this is better than the shape.
What do you think, John? Yeah.
Yes. No. Yes. No, I mean, to be fair, because I am technology impaired. I can't even say the damn word. Technology. God dang it. Technologically impaired. There we go.
Hey, well done. Okay.
I actually was playing this in my truck today just through my phone. Like I still cannot figure out.
Okay.
I still cannot figure out the damn Bluetooth, and I left my Bluetooth speaker at home this morning, so I did probably not get the full cool ambiance that I would have.
It's a good. It's a
with
good
this
album for hard hitting. It's a hard hitting.
And I noticed too, because just for funsies, I decided to listen to Driven to Madness with my earbuds in, and it's always better that way.
Do you notice a lot with the older stuff? It's more, they do have their dance side, but as soon as they got into heavier, it has a thicker muscle like thickness to it that you're okay, you're going down the Metallica route with the sound and the recording process, that the muscle behind it. I what was I going to say earlier? I kept it as a thought. I can't remember what I was going to say.
You put it on your post-it.
Yeah, fuck it. Shannon will be gone the 22nd. List of candies for Japan. Christmas. That's what the post-it note. Christmas. It's a Christmas present.
That's what your thought was Christmas. I'm just trying to jog your memory a little bit there. You'll think of it when we get off, and then we'll be talking about it afterwards.
It probably will. I have to say, this is one of those bands for me personally. That's why I picked this band. When I first heard them, I had the same feeling when I first heard Dream Theater. That's that initial like, holy fuck, what treasure did I just come upon where I only know it? It's like mine, you know what I mean? And it's great because there is no way both y'all thought I was going to bring something like this to the fucking table.
Not even a little bit.
Nope.
Not even a little bit. Nobody. And that was the initial reason I picked it too. I was like, oh, time for a curveball. Sweet. I'm up. And Shannon, you're right. We should have held on to this for like Halloween. That would have been. But we have some better plan. We have a better plan for Halloween. I think we do.
I think we do.
Yep.
We're not going to talk about it. Shannon, if there's an album you want to move, which one would you move?
I actually don't think I move any of them.
Really?
I think. Well, the only one I would move is I would actually move the Shape Down one.
Okay.
Okay,
if you're going to move it, the highest lower.
I think is where I would put that.
Okay. I'm old. Fuck yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
John, what would you do? Knows how I'm leaving the last one for me. Man.
I mean, I can't
if you're fine with it, We can
I-
leave it
I-
like it is.
I mean, I'm fine with it. I mean, the
Okay.
two correct albums are in shredding, and the lawnmower section is the lawnmower section. You know,
um,
that's why it's the lawnmower section. It doesn't really
it is
matter.
definitely. It does not matter. You could listen to all 5 of those, and you're like, I don't know what albums what. You know, and that's what the lawnmower section to me is kind of like, because shredding it's like you're in your car and you want to hear this. Lawnmower, you're just throwing something on, so you're just killing time. It's good, but you're just killing time, you know. And actually, I do want to move one, and you're going to be very surprised.
That one's going down. Yep.
I truly believe
You hinted at it when we talked about the album.
Yeah, if they would have kept the theme of the first and last song, this one would definitely be a high lawnmower for me. It definitely was. Don't get me wrong, that last song, it pulls on the heartstrings really hard.
Really hard. Really hard.
I do have to say this genre is the far left, and John can attest to this, what I listen to. This is very unusual compared to like your Slayer, your Exodus, your death metal, your everything like that. That was kind of the reasons I brought it to the table. And yeah, that's Dance with the Dead. What would you think? What would you be your final statement for this albums?
Let's not all jump at once. No, it's surprised. Like it definitely surprised me. Because I'm just like, wow, very, very 80s, very.
But you should have no less than half a dozen of these on your Halloween mix.
For sure. For sure.
So good. So good. Yeah. I think also too with this band.
Enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very solid.
I was really nervous bringing this to the table. I was like, man, I wonder how they're going to like. It is if you think about it, it kind of goes in vein with the Wheel, because I feel like this music is part of the Wheel in a certain way. But the beginning of the career, you're like, that's not in that section. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's one of those. As you listen to it, it grows on you, because it's one of those you have to give it a chance, because if you just, I don't know, take Apocalyptica, those guys that play cellos, and you listen to this, go, what the hell is this? And then you frisbee it out the window, like I've heard some people do, and not actually give it a chance for what it is.
Yeah.
You're missing out.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they are a great kept secret. I really truly believe that, and I can't wait. They have a single out that came out last month or 2 months ago. I think it's their very first person singing on a song too. So this could be the future.
Vocalizations in some of the songs.
There were some.
Yeah, you do, but not
there were
like
there's
yes,
more
like there's woman, yeah, and that could be their next step is let's get a singer or two. Why not? We haven't done it before. I feel like they're going up, and they every album is just better, and it's like, are they at the peak? I hope not. But it's 8 albums deep. I can really appreciate being 8 albums deep.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you look at it, it is almost in the order of when they came out. If you think about it, okay, bottom, okay, Out of Body in that one, but they're almost in the same order. So, But that's the list. Thank you guys for appreciating it. I really, truly appreciate it. But we need to bring
The wheel is back.
The wheel is back.
Where is this? The wheel. Where is this wheel at? And it's been so long. I have not. I can't.
It's only been 2 weeks.
Oh, look. Well. Shit.
Well, this is awkward.
Yeah,
Shit.
there it is.
There it is. There it is.
Hey.
What do you mean awkward? I'm under pressure.
This is why you got practice.
Right?
Oh, that's what she said. That's what I said. That's what I said.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
You only randomize it
Whatever
like
big-
17 times, so nobody can say shit about like what we're picking because I saw you randomize it. I don't know how many times.
You just hear the click, 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 click.
Yeah, I get a lot of flack. You gotta pick. Why are you picking these bands? That's what the fucking wheel does, man. That's what the wheel's for. Broaden your horizon. No. Oh, Primal Fear. Primal Fear is a heavy metal, kind of a thrash metal band from Europe. And it has one of my favorite drummers, Randy Black, that came from Annihilator from Canada. They've been around for quite a while, actually. Let's see. Google Primal Fear. Not the film, the band, you dummy. Yeah, there we go. They've had let's see.
97.
Yeah, they've been around for a while. Yeah, past members, see Randy Black. Oh, members, yeah. Randy Black, great drummer, dude. You're gonna love the drumming, Johnny. Love it. 98, 2007.
Looks like they have quite a few albums.
Hey,
Good thing
wrote
we
something
got-
out.
It's a good thing we got 2 weeks for this one.
1, 2, 3. Wow, they started their career in Nuclear Blast too.
How about it?
In 98. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Jesus Christ. 2003 is the latest. Yeah. So they are a power metal band. So that's our first power metal band.
Nice.
Yeah, that's our first. Traditional heavy metal with thrash, speed, and European hard rock all mixed in together.
All right. Of course, this is
So that's it.
fucking stupid, so I have to go.
I can't buy this for you guys. Sorry.
No, it just
Damn it.
because you know how things are. Stuff's out of order, and it's like, oh, here's the deluxe version of that.
Yeah, that's here. All right. Update list. Save. Yes. And yes.
Yeah.
Ring. Yeah.
No, I do not need the Richard Gere film. Internet.
I know, I saw that too. And side note, you know what's funny? When I bought these albums for you, they are $10 for a limited time for their whole discography for Dance with the Dead right now.
Was that right after you got them for us?
Yep. But I
Damn
love
it.
supporting the band. I know. I
Yeah,
love supporting the band. I think they are well worth it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. Well, that's the end of the show. Any closing thoughts?
put them on your Halloween playlist for sure.
Definitely.
That's right.
Like I said, no less than half a dozen of these songs belong on your Halloween playlist.
Yeah. No show this weekend because I start my on call Friday, but Shannon will be out of town. Yeah, I know. So you're not going to be here for 2 shows. So you won't be here for this weekend and the next weekend. So we won't see you for 2 weeks.
Nobody's here for this
22nd.
weekend, I thought.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to be gone. If we had a show this weekend, you'd be gone. For
Oh.
Yeah, so you'll be gone for a show. So it might be me and John. It might be a special guest. I don't know. A lot of people
Suck.
John, how dare
Did-
you?
How I know it. You know what? Again, send your hate mail right here.
Right there. Right there.
Right here, this guy. Send it to me.
Put it
And
in
I
the comments.
put it down in the comments, and I won't look at them.
All right. All right, guys. Say bye, Internet.
Bye.
Goodbye, internet.
Bye, Internet.
See
See ya.
ya.